So the writings of Wu Yi Sun have led me to the ancient villages of Yixian County in Anhui Province in China. These ancient villages are home to the ancestors of Dao Yuan Ming, and they're just a short drive from the Tongkao Township and the Mineral Springs area at the foothills of Mount Wong Shan. Trees are greatly valued here at Mount Wong Shan. And here in the Mineral Springs area, this sequoia is planted smack dab in the middle of the street. The traffic just works it out for itself. And if you're going to visit Mount Wong Shan, you have to work out for yourself just how you're going to get there. There is a cable car, and I should tell you that this is a sample of the steps that lay ahead of you if you take the cable car to its highest point. There's steps upon steps upon steps, and it's no place for the faint-hearted. Also, everything that goes up there is carried by hand because there are no roads, only steps. But there are some hotels that are close to the cable car station. This is the most famous and best known tree in Wongshan and also in all of China. It's a welcome pine. The welcome pine holds a special place in the hearts of all Chinese people. There are some concerns for its health, though, because it's over 1,000 years old and some of the branches are bound by steel bands to hold them in place. There are many other large pines, and we'll take a look at a few. This one here is known as the Unity Pine. In ancient times, a Buddhist monk living on Wongshan saw a black tiger on the top of this pine, and hence its name, Black Tiger Pine. And this one here is known as the Harp Pine because of that upward growing, then bent and cascading branch. Today, the pines of Wongshan dominate the landscape. Long before the notion of environmental sustainability or ecology were in the mainstream human consciousness, the junipers of Wongshan were collected by bonsai collectors, and they really haven't survived. There are very few to be seen these days. But the administration of Mount Wongshan are planting young junipers in an attempt to re-establish them as a part of the Mount Wongshan landscape. Wongshan was formed by a movement of the Earth's crust around 100 million years ago, and it got the name Wongshan, which means Yellow Mountain, when an emperor of the Tang dynasty who believed that the creator of China's great medicinal text, the Yellow Emperor, had become an immortal after he ingested some herbs that he found on the mountain. The initiation of bonsai or punjing as a culture was drawn from the Chinese belief that magical herbs and different concoctions could attain immortality for the users. They believed that possession of a miniature of the magic mountain or a miniature of the sacred tree was a means to attain immortality. To walk the paths that the great poets, painters, and the original bonsai collectors walked is just awe-inspiring. You see those Chinese paintings and you think they were imagined, but this scenery is real, and those painters were realists. And the reality for the junipers here is that they grew in the soil, in pockets in the rocks or between the rocks, and hence they were easily removable. Whereas the pines, caught between a rock and a hard place, had a wonderful survival mechanism in that their roots were able to excrete a kind of acid that dissolved the rocks, and they actually grew into the rocks, and hence they were not removable. And I think that's why there's so many wonderful ones here today. The rocks and the pines of Wongshan are locked together. It's like a materialization of yin and yang, an incredible dance of inseparability. But the question remains, is this the birthplace of original bonsai? I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, the answer to that question is lost in past millennia. But I think it's safe to say that it was in a place like this, and a person, probably not Dao Yuan Ming, and maybe someone, a hermit, Taoist sage 1,000 years earlier, who collected the first juniper from a place like this, and bonsai was born. The small pine the Chinese revere the most is this one called Dream on the Tip of a Rainbow. It died a few years ago, though, but so many people come to see it that they replace this one with an artificial tree. As illusionary as the Wong Shan landscape may seem, of course, it's real. As I sit and watch the sunset, pondering a lone pine sitting atop a mountainous peak, I know that the moment can't last, but the inspiration for bonsai creation surely can. So Wong Shan, it's an extraordinary place, and I'd love you to go there if you get the opportunity. Don't forget, Monday to Friday, it is a bit of a circus on the weekend. Thanks to everyone who's contributed so much to the making of this series. I really do appreciate it, and it's been a team effort. So you know who you are. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the users. Thanks to everyone who's offered feedback and words of encouragement. I really do appreciate it. Series 2 is well on the way. That'll be coming soon on a fairly regular basis. And as well as that, we've got DVDs available. You can find out about those at bonsaifarm.tv if you're interested. So once again, thank you for your curiosity, and so long.